So I was like, you know what? I need to cancel MD. And I was gonna murder, by the way, guys. I was gonna murder. But if you know, you know. I was gonna eat. But I was like, you don't just get a citizenship when you're a student. You get a student visa. You don't even get a visa. Also, the visa application, I got rejected. It was literally, everything was not adding up, guys. Funny enough, like, I still talk to my childhood friends and the ones that I made in high school, like, where did y'all go? I felt like, this is so not me. Like, it's so not me. Like, I felt like my time is been allocated to a good thing, yes, but it's not me. Hi guys, it's your boy Kidri and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, you and I forever. So beautiful people, so today we are going to be doing a life update. I'm just going to be telling you about, like I did say, I wanted to do a get to know me tag, but I thought, why not a life update? I can literally just do a life update where I tell you what has been happening and stuff like that. And without diving into too much, let's get straight into the video. Your bitch want party with Cardi. Party in a Rari. Diamonds all over my body. Shining all over my body. Cardi got that bitch on Molly. Bitch, you ain't gang, you lame. Diamonds are eating a lane. Off the brain. I don't want insane. Pick up a chick on the chain. Pick up a chick in the flame. Crazy can make you upset. Cardi got rich, stay upset. So the first here is my childhood. My childhood, guys, it was fine. I would say it was a very fair, and I'm very grateful for my childhood. It like, not a lot happened. I don't know how to explain it to you. It was just like, I grew up in Sazarian, like a very small town in the Northwest, and it was a very, very good childhood to have, especially at that place, because there we know each other. It's like a very small, limited amount of people, especially when you're a child. When you're a kid, you only get exposed to literally limited people. You don't have social media. You don't even care about social media. So it was that kind of environment. It was just a beautiful, beautiful childhood that I had. There's really not much to say about friendships. I had, like, childhood friends that are still very active to this day. We do talk, and funny enough, like, I still talk to my childhood friends and the ones that I made in high school, like, where did y'all go? But fine, we're not gonna dive into much, guys. Like, we're not gonna. It's cool. It's fine. It's literally fine. So the next, it's gonna be, hi guys, relationships. This is, it's too early for this. No, it's too early for relationships. Why Luana, man? Why start talking relationships? Let's chill, guys. The next, I think I'm gonna go to the third one before I go to the second one, because it's about relationships. It's not like there's not much to tell. It's not like there's, I don't know, like, it's not like, oh, hectic relationship wise and stuff. It's fine. It's really no, no, there's not much to tell, honestly. But okay, high school, ne sharp. My high school, I don't know. My high school started off as a normal, like, in grade 8, like a normal high school career. It's like, my grade 8 was super normal. That's what I would like to believe. I was passing normally. I was like a little bit above average. It was just literally, it was okay. And then to grade 9, and even the friendships. But we're going to dive into friendships. And then grade 9, that's when I really got to be serious about my. I had to drop it, like, Laban, you see what y'all are doing. But it's fine. From grade 9, that's when because in grade 8, I was still like an RCL. I was like a class leader, like, you understand, a class representative. But it didn't really matter much. It was not actually something within me. I didn't really care about leadership at that time. And then in grade 9, I got re-elected again. And because I was so intense in grade 9, everything was so intensified and I took everything very serious. That's when I actually got to discover my leadership skills. I was like, okay, you are a leader. And I don't know if they saw it in me or they just voted in J, but I literally did see it in me. I was like, you know what? You are a leader. You have to do this. And then I got to be a leader. I got to show my academics real work. I put my social media away. I put literally everything away. Even with friendships, I was very critical. I had friends that I had in grade 8. I literally cut each and every one off. It was not even intentional. I was just like, it was not like New Year's resolutions. No, it was nothing like that. It was just a matter of like, the person that I became in grade 9, I also feel like that's when real change began. The person that I came in grade 9, it was just too, I don't know how to explain it. It was literally, the whole change of a person changed literally their environment. You understand what I'm trying to say? So as my environment changed, the people that I had as part of my environment started, leaving, new people coming or others staying, and also readapting to the new change. So I did feel like there were a few friends left. Because remember, that's when I got to have new friends. I got to have Otaneti, I got to have Mami, I got to have Ontatili. That's the new friends I got to have at the time. But yeah, I think Mamel was just always there. I do believe that she was always there. And then grade 10, that's when I actually got to meet, grade 10 was hectic. But I'm not going to like dive into too much. Grade 10 again, COVID hit. It was not really much, but I really, really, really am appreciative for COVID. The thinking that I had to do, like literally everything in 2020 was literally one of the most critical years I had to experience in my entire life that redefined who I was. So because in grade 9, it was a matter of rebranding myself. Rabani is kind of off. Rabani is in a cocoon. I don't know if Rabani is changing, but it was just a matter of that. It was not even intuitive. Like it was not even intellect. I don't know how to say it. Like it was not cognitive. Yes, it was not cognitive. It was just something that happened. I think it was just growth, and I think the way I handled it, it was, what? Actually, that's what I do when I'm exposed to something that I really need to handle. I just put myself like in a little cocoon or just hide away, handle, take it out, and I literally disappear. I take it all out, and when I'm ready, when I actually have it fixed and I'm ready to go out to see the world, I go. So, and it's just a matter of that in grade 10. No, in grade 9. And then in grade 10, yeah, it was just like me actually acting up on it. The change was now showing, which, okay, Rebani changed, definitely changed. Everything that I did was literally influential to the person I wanted to become, or the person that I was actually. Yes, the person that I was. The person that I was. So everything I did was new and was defining me. Guys, like, understand the market. So grade 10 was just all about that. And from grade 10, it just kept on going. From grade 12, from grade 11, it was literally just the same. Grade 11 was literally fun after fun. Fun after fun. It was not even about academics. But I passed. I actually made it to top 10s and stuff in grade 11. I've always been in top 10s. But grade 11, it was... because it was just one thing after another. Actually, I was even with like friends who we did stuff. We didn't do bad things per se, but we were just living our life and having a great time. And I actually do feel like, okay, I'm just going to dive into that, but I'm not going to dive too much into that. I'm going to get to that when I get to like part of friendships. But for now, it is just like just a matter of that. Grade 11 was just cool. I feel like it is one year I'm most appreciative of. Besides everything, I feel like if grade 11 didn't happen, it was going to happen in grade 12. And grade 12, I definitely didn't need that. Grade 12, leadership. Grade 12 was strictly leadership and academics. That was it. I deactivated my Instagram account. I deactivated all my socials. Literally all that. So my high school was literally not... I didn't do much, like, with high school people. Like, my high school was this. I had this drama. One thing after this. No. Then that was it. I think that was all for high school. And then friendships, relationships, depression, denial, and then London. I'm leaving London for last because that's a very emotional one for me. But relationships, I've been fine with that. I'm not really a fan of relationships, honestly. But I know for the past year, I've been in a very committed relationship. I know that sounds weird. It doesn't sound like me, but like, Yeah, but it ended like a week ago. We're not gonna dive into that, guys. We're not gonna talk about that. I don't do that. And then friendships. As for friends, name my primary friends, it was literally just childhood friendships. It was literally not deeper than that. In grade 8, I got to meet different friends from different primary schools. Ne? We got to be friends. It was literally, like I said, it was like that friendship where I felt like it was literally my last childhood friendship. Because I didn't learn much from that. Nothing that happened then influenced me, especially to the person that I am now. And that's not really much of a big deal. Grade 9, like I said, I made new friends, which is Mami, Utwaniti, and it was like a trio that I joined. So it was just a matter of, okay, cool, I'm just going to join this trio. It was Mami, Utwaniti, and Untadile. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to join this trio. They seemed like good people, and I just literally wanted good environment around them, especially with what I was going through. Like I told you about the change. So I felt like they were very good. I didn't even, like, even this one was not very a cognitive idea. It was just something that just happened instinctively. It just happened. I was like, you know what? These people are very good people. I'm just going to vibe with them. And I vibed with them. It was literally a very, very good relationship. It was now a very, very good, none of us, because you know about trio friendships, you know how they can be. At that point, we were literally so good. And then at the end of grade 10, yeah. No, grade 9. That's when I got to meet my other friend, Nunofo. I got to meet my other friend, Nunofo, and that's when Nunofo already had friends, you understand? And Nunofo's friends were not all of them, but a few of them were my friends. And then that's when I actually got to meet Nunofo. We had a very, very good relationship. We had like a very, very good relationship. That's when I actually got to meet these other friends of Nunofo's. They were still my friends, but we're not literally like friends. We didn't do anything together or everything together. You understand? So I got to these friends. She introduced me to them. There's not even a matter of introduction. Just like, okay, guys, you guys know Rebane. Rebane is your friend. He was your friend before, so now he's my friend, and let's just tune in all together. And then we became friends, and then the friendship continued, and then that's when real friendship with actually, yeah, that's when personally, that's when real friendship started. Not in terms of true friendships, not that. I'm saying real friendship with real experiences. You understand? And then, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna be honest about it now. That friendship was one hell of a good friendship. Everything we did was literally a combined decision. Everything we did went through each and everybody. We agreed upon everything. And one no is a no for all. We just had to all agree on this thing. So that's when I got to see, okay, this friendship is actually very nice. So as the friendship went on, we went to grade 10. It was still good. It was so good. And then in grade 11, okay, I'm just going to jump in grade 10 because grade 10 is just the same thing. In grade 11, that's when shit hit the fan. Everything was good. And then I became, because I felt like, I'm telling you, I think I told you that I started to become depersonalized. Because everything about this friendship, and I feel like in grade 11, my life was centered around that friendship. Like, I didn't even do much. Everything I did was literally for that friendship. So it's not a bad thing, because I feel like also with them, we also had like a YouTube channel. So our time was invested on friendship and the YouTube channel. We didn't have enough time allocated to ourselves and our books. We did have time for our books, but it was not enough because every weekend we had to shoot. No matter if you have a test on Monday or something like that, we had to shoot. And if you can't make it, you literally can't make it. We're shooting either way. So I felt like this is so not me. Like, it's so not me. Like, I felt like my time is been allocated to a good thing, yes, but it's not me. When I left it, I spoke to them about it. I remember I sent like a huge paragraph. I was like, this. It was just a personal decision because the friendship was good. I'm not going to deny that. We have ups and downs, but that's not the reason I left the group. Like, that's literally not the reason. The reason is because of me. I felt like my academics mattered more than any other thing. The person that I am mattered more than any other thing. And I could tell, Uguti, the influence here is not good for me in such a way that they're not influencing me personally, but because of what our friendship has, like, the culture of our friendship, which is actually fun, laughter, everything about that was very good. And I was like, I didn't have to make tough decisions. I had to live a good life. So the friendship was very okay. I just had to leave. And then when I got to December, I almost dove into depression because I was like, even when my results came in, I passed. But I passed average. And mind you, I was doing like the big six. Sciences with accounting. So I was literally not happy. My results put me, like, I remember my December results. I was like, oh my God, this is the worst that it has ever went. I passed like with average. I think my average was like a 70%. I'm not sure. Which is so unlike me. And I judged myself at that point. What happened? My dad was like, you know what, it's fine. Don't worry. You can do whatever you want. Like, this is the festive. Visit your friend. Do something you want to do. And by then, my best friend was Nello. So Nello lived in a different town in Klerksdorp. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Nello's place for at least a week or two. And I'm just going to see what happens. I spoke to Nello about it. He was very happy. He was like, come. And I went. I went. And I'm very grateful for going. Because I was going to get into I was going to be very depressed. Because I could feel the depression is coming. And when you know it, you feel it, guys, a very dark time is coming. It's approaching. I either need to minimize it. I need to do something about it to prevent it. One thing about me, I'll be in denial, Sham. I'll be in denial. Because I'm depressed. Because I have anxiety. I don't have that. I'll be in denial. I don't have that thing. So, but like in 2021 December, I got to visit my friends. It was literally fun after fun. One thing after another. The friendship was so good. Best friend was best friending, guys. Nello was best friending, guys. He was literally doing a very great job. He's sharp. It was good for the 2 weeks. And then that's actually how I got to meet my other previous primary best friend, which was Temoso. Temoso was my best friend in primary. So I got to meet her then. We got to renew our friendship. It was kind of like a reunion, but it was not planned. Just like, okay, we're in the same group of people. So there's no need to act snacks. There's no need to act snacks. So we didn't act snacks, Vale. I actually got to see Guti. Okay, she has good friends around her. She had a new best friend, which I loved. I loved her so much. So we loved each other. We started talking. I was like, you know what? It's a very good thing. And from then, we clicked. It was like a natural click. I was like, this is so weird because we last spoke in primary. What's happening? This is super weird because we both changed and you could see Guti. She changed. I changed. But for the fact that we talk and everything clicks, we started talking from then. We exchanged numbers. It was actually such a good thing. We exchanged numbers and we spoke the whole of December. And the next year we spoke. And by 2022, in my grade 12, that's when she actually became a friend of mine. You understand? She actually did become a friend of mine. I actually considered her as a friend. So yeah, it was just a very great friendship. And I tried by all means to stick to these people. Because literally, they are literally the only people that mattered at that point. I was like, okay, my friendships are strictly limited. It's strictly limited to these people. So it's just been like a friendship that pushed me through the year. Grade 12, because I told you, I left in 2021, which was in grade 11. I left to my friends because I felt like I was diving into depression. So I left. But when I came back, the December was good. When I had to go back to school, guys, Actually, the first 2 weeks of school were nice because it was just induction week. I'm treating the new grade 8s. I'm introducing the new grade 8s. It's really a very nice thing. After that, guys, it got bad. It got so bad to an extent where I actually lost weight. It was not even that distinctive, but I felt like it did show, but it was not actually that, that Rebon is actually going through it. Because I would always smile, but I actually did go through it. The academics were, guys, I was down bad. I think for a month, which was February. March, yeah, it was even much worse. I really needed space because I knew during the holidays I was gonna be depressed. And Thomas was like, come to my place. And I went to a place. Guys, I even forced it because I remember my birthday was on the 25th. My plan was to go on my birthday. I think the holidays were Kabudi 18, somewhere there. Yeah, actually, Kadi 18. And then Thomas was like, show me, there's an event next day on the 19th. Come. Actually, it's a story time for one day. But I'm going to tell you that I got mugged. I got to experience a trauma. It was my first time being mugged, guys. I got to really experience a traumatic event. Like, it was very, very traumatic for me. I got mugged. They took my phone. They took her phone. They took almost all of our phones. I cried about it. It was a very sad experience, and it added much more on what I felt. So imagine how my grade 12, the whole of my grade 12 was. When I came back, my dad was like, it's okay, don't worry about it. Just chill back. We'll try to get a new phone and we'll see what happens. We tried getting a new phone. But at that point, I was like, you know what? We don't really have to force it. And I also felt like it was still going to be a trigger to me, because it was just going to be a trigger to me, guys. It was literally going to be... It was my first time being mugged. And I was not literally mugged. You know what? I'm going to dive into this story. One day, I'm going to give you all the story time. But it was literally that intense. I was like, you know what? We don't have to get a new phone now. Let's just chill. I used my study tablet that I used. I used it literally throughout for my personal reasons, for my personal use, for academic use. But however, I'm going to dive into the London thingy. So in grade 12, I applied for, because I felt like I wanted to go to abroad. I wanted to study abroad. I wanted to go to the US. I specifically wanted the US. I actually wanted Harvard because my academics were literally that good. In high school, my academics were that good. But I knew Harvard had like its own threshold. I don't know if it's like a threshold, but like its own standards of academics. And I knew that my academics were okay for Stanford. Not okay, they were good. Not for Stanford, sorry, for Harvard. The problem is my extracurriculars that I didn't have. I was like, you know what? And the application fees were ridiculous. Guys, they were so expensive. I was like, there's no way. I'm applying for something. And my top 6 was like, you know what? I'm applying to Ivy League and Ivy League only. I was like, that's where I'm going. I was like, you know what? That's where I'm going. But then I didn't end up going. I didn't end up applying because the fees were literally ridiculous. They were that expensive. And mind you, they're in dollars. I think they were like $1,000 or $1,005. I don't remember. But I felt like it was too expensive, especially for each and every university. So I was like, you know what? Let me try the UK applications. So the UK applications were very, like, you had to pay one application fee. I think I paid 1,000 and something in rent. I think I paid 1,008 or something like that in rent. And that 1,008, it's literally for all universities you're applying to. Yes, I applied to Oxford. I applied to University College London, UCL. I applied to Kingston University. I applied to Edinburgh. I applied to, I think it's Birmingham. No. I don't remember the first university I applied to. I don't remember the first university I applied to, but I applied to these 5. And then Oxford University gave me rejection, obviously. I applied for medicine at Oxford University. Off. And then I applied for, I think 3, I applied for medicine. And then 2, one I applied for chartered accountancy. And then I applied for biological sciences, which is biology. And I got into 2, which is accountancy and biological and bioscience. The auditions were in my high school during my MATRIC farewell. So I couldn't make it to MD because I thought if I want to go to London, it's literally too much. So I was like, you know what? I need to cancel MD. And I was gonna murder, by the way, guys. I was gonna murder. But if you know, you know. I was gonna eat. But I was like, you know what? MD is not a big deal. At the time, MD was literally not a big deal. I was like, it's not a big deal. I know I was gonna eat. I know I was gonna serve. But you know what? I'm gonna put it aside. It's fine. And then I was like, you know what? I need to go to the interviews. And then a very last minute decision that I made, I was like, you know what? It was literally too expensive for me to go to Edinburgh for just interviews. And it was very reasonable for them to give me a rejection because I got a rejection at the end of the day. And then for Kingston University, they came to Cape Town and they came to Johannesburg. So I had to meet with them, go to Johannesburg, which was 2 days after MD, I think. Yeah, it was 2 days after MD. So I went to Johannesburg, got to the interviews. They were literally so good. They were so good. I could see these people are very impressed. The interviews went good. It was literally very good. And then the following year, because you know with London, the London unis, the academic year begins in August. In August, yes. They begin in August. So I knew I was only going to leave next year in August, which was 2023. Because mind you, I didn't apply to local universities. I didn't apply to South African university at all. Guys, at all. I don't know what happened, but I was like, you know what? I don't know what happened. I just didn't have time for that. And it's so weird because it's like a 2-minute process thing. It didn't even take that much for me to apply. But I was like, you know what? I'm literally too stressed for this. I'm not applying. Something must give for these. Like, I was like, you know, I was very confident to go to one of them would prove the. And the minute I got my conditional offers, I was so happy. I was like, yes, yes, yes. I was like, this is so good. And then after the interviews, Kingston University literally went AWOL. They shut it. They didn't say a thing. I was like, you know what? Let me be fair. And the whole of December, I was literally very anxious. I was like, you know what? They're not responding. They're not saying anything. I was so scared. I was like, guys, I didn't apply to universities in South Africa. I'm going to have a gap year, one way or another. And then one thing I didn't want was a gap year, especially like, you know, being smart in high school. And now you have to take a gap year. Like, what happened? It's kind of weird. What's a lot? And I didn't want that. Like, I literally did not want that. And then besides that, January came. The stress came. Rejections are pulling through. Admissions are pulling through. My friends are getting admitted and rejected. I'm like, shh. I am so quiet. I don't know what's happening. My dad and I are going around running to universities for late applications. And then I remember I went to NW Boch. They took me for pharmacy. I was like, there's no way I'm not. I applied for pharmacy and for chartered accountancy. For chartered accountancy, they didn't say anything, which I assumed there was a rejection. But they took me for pharmacy. I was like, I'm not going to go there for pharmacy. It's fine. I'll see what I do. Like, I'll literally see what happens. I went to Bloemfontein UFs for. You won't believe what I went to UFs for. You won't believe what I went to UFs for, guys. I was literally that desperate. Like, they didn't have chartered accountancy there. So I went for accountancy, but they rejected me. And they were like, you'll have space in education. I applied for B.Ed. Guys, like I literally... It's a good qualification to have. Like, no shade. No shade, guys. Don't take it wrong. Like, but like, I was like, B.Ed. I got back to my home. I was like, Father, no, we're not doing education. No. I was like, it's fine. Gap year it is. I spoke to my dad and my dad was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Gap year it is. And we chilled. I even went to Midrand and was like, you know what? I'm going to spend my year here. My dad was like, just go to Midrand, have 5 months there, look for a job, look for something. I'm just going to pay your rent for 5 months. And after that, it's fine. I'm not going to pay anything. I'm giving you 5 months to look for a job in Joburg. 5 months. I went there. 5 months, I couldn't find a job. But it didn't even take me 5 months. Because mind you, I went there in the end of March after my birthday. So that's March, April, By the beginning of May, no, I think it was end of April, between end of April and beginning of May, I'm getting an email. They're like, what university responded? Go check. And they don't normally tell me that. With a rejection, the school sends me an email, I got rejected. But now I'm seeing a different weird approach. I go to, what is this? I go to the UCAS. When I get there, your offer is unconditional. Guys, I was literally so happy. We started planning. The 1st of June, I remember there was a first year thingy that had to be done in London. And then those 2 months were literally, the first month of May, I was like, you know what, it's fine. I'm going. We planned. I got to do my passport. It was literally so good, guys. Like, it was such a nice experience. Like it was so good, guys. Yo, you have no idea. It was so good. It was like, I'm going to London. It was so good. And then one day, at the beginning of June, I started having cold feet. My daughter's like, don't worry. It's fine. You just overthinking. Just go. It's fine. And I was like, Dad, biosciences. And by then I didn't even have a scholarship. I didn't have a bursary. I literally I didn't have a single cent to pay. And mind you, the fees are in pounds, which is even much more expensive than dollars. I didn't have nothing. Everything I had to do was pay. My dad was like, don't worry, I'm gonna make a plan. Just go to school. Don't worry, that's up to me. How you pay, it's up to me. I was like, I got to do research about biosciences. I was like, I get to be a biologist. I love biology. I'm very good at biology. But is that what I want to do? I had cold feet, guys. And I heard this voice inside of me which is saying, Rabane, no. Don't force it. Don't do it. Just no. But things were moving too fast. And I was so shy to tell my dad because everybody stop. I'm not going to London. I was literally so scared. I was like, you know what? My mom was like, she could see things are going at a very, people are busy. My dad is raining too. Company after company. Like, things are moving too fast, you know. And Kingston, they sent me an unconditional offer by May. So that's late. And they keep on sending me stuff like, by the 1st of June, 1st of July, you need to be here. By the 1st of this, you need to be here. Things are moving, guys. I was like, you know what? I can't go there. But there was this part of me telling me, go to Gabon, it's London. Get the opportunity, see the opportunity. It's not easy for someone to get. Go. And I'm like, don't worry about the salary. You're a biologist. It's not much salary, but it's in pounds. So go make pounds, come back to South Africa. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go to London, have a citizenship in London. And mind you, you don't just get a citizenship when you're a student. You get a student visa. You don't even get a visa. Also, the visa application, I got rejected. It was literally, everything was not adding up, guys. You understand? I was like, guys, I want to go. I don't want to go. I want to do medicine because I've always wanted to do medicine, which is also another thing. A shocking story about medicine. I was like, you know what, Dad? And then at the end of it, I was literally so scared to tell my dad and my mama, because, guys, I know I've put you through a lot, but I don't want to go to London. I know I sound like I think about but guys, I'm telling you, I knew what I wanted and I knew what was good for me at that point. I always know. Guys, I always know good thing. Oh, guys, this is an oversized tea, sorry. Like, I always know. And then I was at that point, I was like, and then when my visa got rejected, I was like so sad. I was like, yay. But I was like, my dad was so sad. The visa was so expensive. I remember it was so expensive. I don't remember how much it was, but it was literally so expensive. My visa got rejected. My dad went, I was like, reapply again. This. I was like, it's okay. You don't have to do everything first. Let's just take the gap year like we decided upon. It's fine. We'll see what happens. And then from there, I was like, you know what? Let me just apply to medicine, to local universities. Applied to the Northwest University. I applied for chartered accountancy. I applied to Wits for medicine. I applied to UCT for medicine, to Stellenbosch for medicine. Yeah, I think I only and the UFs for medicine. And then I got an admission to Wits for medicine, Northwest University for chartered accountancy, UFs for medicine. Stellenbosch rejected me. No. Stellenbosch took me for medicine and rejected me for actuarial sciences. I had also applied for actuarial sciences. It rejected me for actuarial sciences because my maths was not that good. I think my maths was like a 60 something. No, it was a 76. Yeah, it was a 76. Between a 66 and a 76. But somewhere there. My physics was a 70. But I know my maths was... Yeah, my maths, I think it was a 66. And it was the lowest I had. Yeah. It was the lowest I had. Yeah, it was a level 5. It was the lowest. The rest were distinctions and a few 6s. And I was like, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's just fine. And then I got into medicine in either way. And then, December 2023, when I got to Midrand, guys, everything changed. I got to do job shadowing of chartered accountancy. I got to do job shadowing of medicine. And I saw like being a doctor, because you know what job shadowing, you go to like a hospital, you get assigned to a doctor, you run rounds with the doctor. And the following day, because I remember I had a 1 week job shadowing duration. So I had to be with different doctors for the full 5 days. This day I went to maternity. The following day I went to this. The following day I went to pediatry. The following day I went to the male. I went to different things, what can I say? Not departments, but different wards every day at hospital. And also did that in my MATRIC year, by the way. I also did that. But I also did it again when I got to Midrand. I was like, is this what a doctor is? I went the following day. The doctor was like, it doesn't change. It is like this on a daily. I was like, is this what I want to do? Because like medicine was always my first option. And then my second option was always chartered accountancy. And then the following month, I had another week of job shadowing of a chartered accountancy. I went to this other firm, which I cannot tell, by the way. I went to this firm to do job shadowing. I got there, guys, of a chartered accountancy. And I had him for the whole week. I was like, corporate. You feel like being in corporate makes you feel like a boss. I don't know how to explain it, but it makes you feel like you're in charge. Corporate is nice, guys. I was like, okay, this is where the money is at. Being in finance, shut the front door. Being in finance, shut the front door. I was like, I look, you want to be in finance. Because I was like, you know what? I'm scared of accounting. It will trap me. I will go through it, but I'm going. And then I went to do chartered accountancy here in Northwest University. I chose the Val campus because it's so beautiful. I was like, guys, the Val campus is so beautiful. And I don't want Poch. Poch is heavy. And with the course that I'm doing, I wouldn't have made it through Poch. But this is where I'm at, guys. This is where I'm at. This is where my life has taken me up to this point. And I'm actually doing chartered accountancy. I'm literally a bona fide chartered accountant student. It's not nice. This is the time I wish I did medicine, because medicine it's not easy either, but chartered accountancy, you don't sleep. And they did tell me, Gucci, rather go for medicine. But I wanted a private jet, guys. I want millions. I want to be in finance. I want to be in a board meeting. I want a Rolls Royce. You understand, guys? I want a McLaren. You feel? I think that's pretty much all. But I'm very grateful for those who have made it to the end of this video. I love you all so much. I'm gonna try by all means to post at least every 2 weeks. Not every week, guys. No, I can't. Every 2 weeks at least. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. But besides that, please don't forget to comment, guys. Share the video, like the video, and subscribe. I love you lots so much, and bye.
Your bitch want party with Cardi. Party in a Rari. Diamonds all over my body. Shining all over my body. Cardi got